I've never watched even one episode of this TV show. Is that going to be a problem for me following this? I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay, one question though. Which one is Abby, and is she from downtown, or is she going there? And why is either one of those significant? Okay, joking aside, I honestly haven't watched Downton Abbey, but I do know that it's a British period drama about the comings and goings in the Yorkshire County estate of an aristocratic family in the early 20th century, and that part of its enduring conceit is that it not only follows multiple different characters through their own intersecting storylines, but additionally follows two whole sets of different characters by giving near equal share of time to the separate yet not separate worlds of the wealthy family and the close-knit community of servants and housekeepers who look after them in the Abbey itself. The series is not only a huge hit with the traditional audience for such fare, but also became the first series in ages to achieve major crossover success with audiences not typically interested in such stuff, thanks to the sharp writing, richly drawn characters, and just compelling drama, or so I'm told. And honestly, the only reason I hadn't watched yet is that I haven't had the spare time, basically. Thus, speaking as an outsider, but in no way a resistant one, what can I say in terms of overall impression? Well, that this feature version is absolutely a proudly fanservice first offering, and every bit the sense that the various Avengers crossover movies or something like Solo is, but I found it extremely easy to follow and entirely engaging, even if I wasn't clear on exactly what everyone's name was and wasn't catching obviously every single inside joke or callback. Now granted, that could very well be a result of the film, the nominal plot of which concerns the upper and lower sections of Downton Abbey frantically attempting to ready themselves for an impending visit by the King and Queen of England during a tour of the countryside, being so consistently concerned with the matters of decorum, staging, and who goes where that following the plot is pretty much the actual plot, but I honestly think it's the clever writing, snappy dialogue, richly textured performances that were doing the heavy lifting. It's just a delightful set of characters played by great actors, and it's clear within minutes why people have been hooked on this show for years, so okay, I definitely get it. Now, I will say, as part of the caveat to my new to this perspective, is that I did find myself slightly more engaged by the house staff side of the story than by the family side, and it's likely because that's the part that's seemingly mostly driven by elements new to the film. Whereas for the family, the royals' visit is causing various long-standing plot threads and unfinished business to come to a head and require settling up as everything gets pushed into close quarters and tries to get respectable. The staff is initially excited for the opportunity to serve the king and queen, but instead gets thrown into chaos by an influx of royal staff who expect to manage the house for themselves instead, throwing the whole dynamic into disarray and leading to a series of politely mannered comic showdowns, which adds a whole different flavor to things and is just very fun and also very interesting. So it's all very crisp and genteel and agreeable. The sad parts aren't that sad, the big revelations aren't that revelatory, the melodrama is decidedly mellow. So even when business crops up involving Irish Republican assassins, scandalous police raids, the possibility of thievery, mystery inheritors, or marital strife, everyone is just so damn polite, and for a change, all that polity is only masking, slightly more mischievous politeness, really. I understand there's a sense that a review of something like this is sometimes seen as pointless, because if you were already going to go see this, you're probably going to like it, and if you weren't, the opposite of that is true. But for what it's worth, again, speaking as someone who had basically no frame of reference or expectation for what this was, who these people are, or whether or not this is a proper send-off or anything, I liked it just fine. 7 out of 10? You already know if you're going to see it or not, but yeah, check it out.